Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hola guys, it's Mom Dukes here, and yes, we are in the cabin. Y'all know I told y'all anytime I can get out here in the cabin, that's where I'm gonna be at. Now of course I got this one. I don't really need it. It's a little bit, just a little wind. It's about 73 today. I think it's the 12th. And of course I know you guys have been watching. You like, oh my goodness, Mom Dukes ain't dropped a lot of videos lately, which I haven't. I've been, let's see how we're gonna do this. I've been a little busy. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get her back together. She don't really belong here, this little pillow here. We gonna figure out some stuff. Let's do some things. Let's do some things. Okay. So, anywho, I've been a little busy, y'all. You know, just a little bit. I'm doing, as far as running my business, that's still going as far as my natural skin and hair care business, and taking care of the garden. I don't consider the garden a job or even a business for that sense, because that's something that I love doing. So I'm just going to give you a little backstory and then let you know exactly what this video is about. I'm going to give a brief, a little quick garden tour so you can see what's going on here in Michigan. It's on 6B. Of course, we done had our up and down weather for a little bit longer than what normally our up and down weather is. Like, our up and down weather is normally like through March, April, May-ish, and then it's together. Really not even a lot of May, but a little bit of May. But it's doing as good as possible. I don't sit there and stress over it. I don't sit there and be all like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Why is this happening? Why is it happening? I really don't care. What's going to be is going to be. Whatever you're going to be blessed with is what you're going to be blessed with. I can't sit there and be worrying about the small details of things like the weather. Certain things you just got to let it be, let it do what it do. Y'all know what's going on, what's happening. And y'all not crazy, you're not stupid. It's not maybe the climate. No. It's the people. Y'all get that? The people. Anywho. So, little backstory, meaning I've been gardening now for I've been gardening for a very long time. Let's just put it like that. I am in my late 40s. I'm closer to 50 than 45. Let's put it that way. And proud of it. Love it. It is what it is. It's called life. Life. You do not stay the same, or you should not, in life. You should be evolving and growing. That's all what's happening. I'm evolving, and I'm growing, and I'm turning into a beautiful butterfly. Beautiful monarch butterfly. That's what I'm turning into. And I say this strictly because anybody that's my friends that know me, that may follow my channel, may know my business, may check on me from time to time, they know that I have not always had the perfect upbringing. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't perfect. Meaning, me and my siblings, a few of us, we were not raised with our birth parents because they had drug addictions. So unfortunately, someone took all four of us in. It was more. It was a couple of more than my birth mother had. She had another child or so, and my birth father maybe had a few children by another woman. Either which way, it wasn't the ideal setup coming into. My birth mother, she's deceased now. She passed last year, right before my mother that raised us passed. So she lost all her children. She really didn't care. I guess within her contract and her coming here and whatever she spoke to the Most High about, that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to be what you would consider a deadbeat mom. Like y'all say deadbeat dad, a deadbeat mom. So me being who I am and me growing up, I said when I was younger, when I have kids, I'm going to make sure that I'm always there for my kids. I'm not going to never not be there for my kids because they didn't ask to be here, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I did. I spoke it and it presented. Am I upset about it? No. Because I meant what I said. I didn't like the fact that I felt abandoned as a kid. But I did. And that was a trigger and a trauma that I had to work on because I was very, 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 very angry coming up. I was very angry. I always wanted to fight. It was, bitch, you ready? That was me. Now, I still got my mouth because it's part of who I am. It's not going to change who I am. It's not going to stop who I am. My feeling and my thoughts on life is, if you big and you bad enough to say something to someone, then be expecting to get back however you think it should not come. And I say that because, see, we think, if I say it this way, well, she shouldn't have said it that way. All I said, well, you shouldn't have said it either. So if you don't want someone to check you like you may have just checked someone else, then just check yourself and stay in your lane and you won't have to worry about that. But if you come for me, period, I'm going to come for you. Just now, I have more discernment. I have more love. I have more tact. And I don't need to attack you. I don't need to belittle you. I don't need to bring you down. We're all trying to figure this thing out called life together. So, that's that. So, the parents that raised me always kept me in doing outdoor activities, sporting, things of that sort, music. They always kept us into things like that, singing in the church choir, stuff of that. You know, of course, I would get in trouble a bit because I would always ask questions. And then when the pastor would say, well, you're supposed to ask your mother and father about those. But if you're the pastor and you said that you was inspired by the Most High God, then I'm going to need you to explain some things to me. And then if you cannot, but God entrusted you with the knowledge, then that means you are a liar. Point blank, period. My ex-husband, his grandfather was a preacher, rest his soul, or pastor. So I've been always raised in the church. I've been always raised a certain way. I've been always raised to just do as you told and be quiet, keep it going. But, Hunty, Mom Dukes has risen. Mom Dukes has spoken. I am a very talented woman. I am a very gifted individual. And I'm not saying that just to boast or brag. No, I'm telling you exactly what I know. So from the time of, I wrote it down, but I'm going to say it. From the time of April, May, June. Yes. So from the time of, I believe, April the 6th or April the 7th of 2025 this year, I decided that a dream of mine that I wanted to do, I sought after, and I've done it. And I know you're like, what do you mean? I've always wanted to write books. I always wanted to do things to help others to work through whatever trauma they was having. I always wanted to help those that didn't know how to garden, understand things a little bit better, to just go out there and trust themselves and just do what naturally comes to them. Stop making it complicated. It just was a lot of things that I wanted to do. Build an A-frame cabin. That was one. I done that. Building things, period. Because my mister, that's what he does. I always wanted to learn that. I've always took things apart as a kid, put things back together, built things. I was a very intrigued child. I wanted to know everything. Everything. So, with that being said, since April the 7th, and I'm going to probably put the date in the description exactly when I started. But from April the 7th of this year till today, the 12th of June, yo girl has published on Amazon a total of 16 books. Some are journals, Some are monthly planners for gardening. Some is journal for children. Some is thank you journals for children. Some is dream journals. Some is coloring books for adults, for kids, activity books for kids. Yes, because these are the things that help to heal me. So I wanted something to give back to help to heal others. So I have a few. I got some more coming because I ordered my own books so I can have my own books so I can show you guys. But this one, this is the kids out in nature journal. Yes, it's just a little journal for the children. Let's see if it, yes, to journal themselves out in nature. So again, I'm gonna have descriptions in there. This is my name as far as on Amazon, so you can find any of my books. I have a couple more coming out. I have a cookbook I'm working on currently, and I also have a little I don't want to say hood, but a little urban romance little novel. Yeah, got the little drama up in there, you know, just a little drama, just a little bit, but nothing to put nobody down, but just a little bit of things that maybe somebody is going through. But this is for children, and like I said, this is very special to me because my granddaughter is always outside in the yard with me, and I thought that this would be really, really nice, and it's very, very good. You have to go out and get it for yourself. Again, Out in Nature Journal, backyard, well, exploring my backyard. And as you see, it's little brown babies on there. I'm not black. This is black. This is brown. I am a shade of brown. I really find offense to that word, black people. I'm not black. This, I want y'all to know the difference. So if y'all know y'all colors, because I'm a nail tech and a licensed stylist and an author and a content creator and a business owner of a natural skin and hair care business. Yes, and I am not this color. I am brown and love the shade of brown that I am. Anywho, I always wanted to know what my dreams, because I'm always writing. I told you I got a lot of journals. This is my dream journal. It's in matte. I may change it. Like, this is going to have some of my fingerprints on it. It's okay. Dream journal, sleep tight. Yes, it's this one. And so in the inside, just real quickly, I put just that. It's a dream journal. Then it say sweet dreams, peaceful slumber, grand rising. Yes. And it's just, like I said, just let's see if you guys can see. Because the sun is kind of doing something in here, y'all. Let's see. There you go. Can y'all see it? It's just, like I said, it's just a dream journal. You know, you got your date and your time, and you just go ahead and whatever, you know, so you can remember your dreams, so you can know what your dreams is trying to tell you. Because sometimes your dreams is trying to tell you the stress and stuff that you holding on to let that shit go. Point blank, period. That simple. So that's that one. And of course, right now I got my favorites in the sense of what I wanted to show you guys, which was some of my best work. Like, it's another book that I'm going to be purchasing that I don't have, which is a journal that I wrote for my grandson. I believe it said Magic is Everywhere. And maybe You Are Magic too, or something like that. I got to look and see. But that particular journal is dedicated to both of my grandsons, because whenever someone always said like, oh, this child may gonna be a little weird, he's different or she's different, that was me. It's not that we're weird. We just have things that happens to us that with the natural eye and with humans, they sometimes can't tell you what those mean. Like, for instance, I used to have certain dreams that would pop true. I didn't know that that was me seeing in the future. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was visual, clairvoyance, or whichever. I didn't know. I just thought that I was just a little weird. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, now I see why the things happen the way they is. Meaning I had a dream about my granddaughters before they were even thought of, born, brought into existence, from the color of their skin tone to everything underneath. Of course, in a dream, I thought they were my children. I was like, wait a minute, I already had, man, who babies is these? These are my babies that I had some more? I had 2 little girls? But it was my granddaughters. I've had dreams of, or when I spoke in existence of things that I wanted, it popped into existence. I told myself in April, I am going to be an author, and I'm going to have several books published under my name. Not for no kicks and giggles, not for no pat on the back. It's just because I had a lot of things built up inside of me that I wanted you guys to be able to see, know what's going on, know what this little brain, well, it ain't little, this big brain is thinking. Because I told you, brown, melanated individuals, no offense to anyone else, they're very, 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 very talented. They're very, very gifted. They're very, very knowledgeable. We possess and hold a lot of things that most don't hold. It is what it is. It don't mean that anybody is any less. It just means that sometimes you have one particular group of people that can help the other group of people if you know how to act and treat. But if you don't know how to act and treat, then you are what we would call a savage, caveman, no manners. That's some of y'all. Anywho, even some of this skin tone is like that too. But that's another video and another story. For real, for real. But this one, I don't know if you guys can see it. This one is my proudest one. Because it says, now I'm from Michigan. So let's see how we can make this to work. Okay, there we go. I'm from Michigan. So this says, My Garden, Organizer, Monthly Planner, I believe. Monthly Planner and Journal, Get Your Garden On. So that's MI because I'm in Michigan. So it's my journal. I'm in Michigan. It is what it is. You know, sometimes you got to do things that you got to do because this is where you're from. This is where I'm from. I'm not from anywhere else. I'm from Michigan. Born and raised. From the D. From Detroit. Grew up at the borderline. 8 Mile. So y'all know how, what was that Eminem talk about? Oh, 8 Mile, 8 Mile. He grew up in the suburbs. He didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't know about him. So that mean, and I know Michigan, but like I said, that neither here nor there. He wasn't claiming it loud. He wasn't loud and proud then. That's all I'm saying. I'm loud and proud now, and gonna forever be. Not proud that this is where I'm just saying I'm proud because this is where I grew up at. You know, we get a bad rep, like we're not handling business here. We do. We handle business a different way. You come wrong, we gonna straighten you up. It's that simple. We don't mean no disrespect. It's all love. It's from the hip. But anyway, so this on the back says, of course, that's my name on Amazon, Tamika Natalia, and I thank you. And with that said, because this one is, this one is a beauty. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see all the pages like how you need to see it because, like I said, I'm in a cabin. And it got diagrams for you to know how to draw out and etch your own stuff. What seeds you want to sow for each month. What grew well. Like, I am so happy. I'm very happy. So, like I said, this is... Let me put them right. But yes, this is beautiful. Meaning, that's just a few. Remember, I got 15. So this is just 3, 4, 5 out of that. I ordered a few, but my grandbabies, they get their copy so they can color. This one says Brown Girl, Not Black coloring book, and it's for the babies, just to show them representation of themselves, their beautiful curly hair, their beautiful big eyes, their beautiful foreheads, their beautiful nose, their beautiful lips, everything about them beautiful. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But Tamika Natalia again on the back there. And like I said, this one here is just a coloring book. But it's a different coloring book. With nothing but melanated little babies up in there. To show different curls, afros, women with braids. Just... I love my babies, and I want you to be able to know that your babies will love these books as well. Beautiful butterflies. Now, this one is dedicated, this is my children's book. This one is dedicated to my granddaughters. Because, of course, I wanted it like more laminated pages. Amazon, for some reason, don't do that. I don't know. I have to, maybe certain books, find somewhere else where I can get them done or published. But you see, it's beautiful butterflies. And this one just talks about butterflies and... as far as what they are, how they transition, And like I said, this book is basically dedicated to my granddaughters because to me they are my beautiful little butterflies. Point blank period. Those girls are amazing. They got a different spirit, a different soul than what most of these people come into this world with. They know things before you could tell them. Like the other day, my granddaughter, you know what she told me? And she ain't watching this and ain't hearing it from me. So sometimes you be like, where you get that from? What? But she said, yes, grandmother, I'm taking my shoes off so I can go ground myself. Now that she heard from me. I can go ground myself like we did when we were in Africa. I said, who is in Africa? Because I'm born raised here. She said, well, yeah, that's just for this time. But, you know, everybody is from Africa. That's where people came from. That's where humans came from. Where you learn that from? You know? And I know y'all be like, maybe they learned it in school. No, baby, they're homeschooled. They are homeschooled. They're taught by their mother and their grandmama. We didn't learn that. Because I ain't taught that. I teach these kids to learn how to just be themselves and whatever come to their mind, say it. Now, some stuff that come to kids' mind, you be like, oh my goodness, what? Oh wow, I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, because they're gonna come with what is that? What that mean? Who is that? Which I don't matter. It don't bother me because they are inquisitive, and that's what I was. They ask a lot of questions. That's what I did. They want to know why. That's what I did. So it's amazing for me to see how the DNA from my ancestors have traveled all the way through me and my siblings to now my children and my grandchildren. And I know I look, like I told you, I look young. Yes, I had a child early. I sure did. But guess what? That was probably my calling because it led me to where I'm at now. Now, all of my children are grown. And my youngest grandchild is 6 and the oldest is 12 or 13. I think Deuce, 12 or 13. So, hello, and I think 12, because I don't think he's 13 yet. Because the boys is the oldest and the girls is the babies. But, and everything in my life is always equal. It's always balanced. I have 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys, 4 pregnancies, 2 girls, 2 boys. And I have grandchildren, 2 boys, 2 girls. Now, my boys and my grandchildren is the oldest and the girls is the youngest. Now, here in my children, my girls is the oldest and my boys is the youngest. But I know that I asked for this. I like balance. I like things to make sense. That's why I say make it make sense. Because if it ain't making sense, then you need to get right back at the drawing board. But, like I said, I'm going to throw in some clips of the garden, where it's at, and probably those photos going to be from like a week ago. And then I'm going to pop in right at the end a quick little pan view of current. So again, that's basically it. You guys go check out these books. I have many more. Like I said, I have other coloring book for adults. I have other things because sometimes when you're stressed, when you're going through things, because that's why we say it's the number 1 killer, stress, because your body is trying to fight off that stress, trying to get you right, and you still stressing, and yeah, everything is just haywire. But the purpose of my things is to calm you, relax you, and allow you to just be a kid again, because I'm a big kid now. So for me, Ken Casa, from me cabin to wherever you watching me from, because again, I told you I was out here asleep earlier. I was getting it in, okay? And yes, in the summer, it doesn't matter. I don't know why. I'll figure that out and learn what that means. You know, because sometimes you got to learn what things mean when you do. It could be some triggers, whatever else. You just don't know. You done closed it off. Who knows? But I don't know why I sleep with covers on. I mean, I really don't. For real, you know, because I was, you know, taken advantage of as a kid by a girl that was a family friend. And yeah, so either which way, you know, I don't know if you can say certain words on here, but you know that M word, when you do stuff wrong when you shouldn't be, meaning if you know you saying don't say nothing, be quiet, that means you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, if I'm doing something I don't care, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna care because no consequence or bad consequence behind it. So I don't know, but I like cover on me. I don't like to have available skin showing. I don't know. That's just something, like I said, that's probably some childhood trauma. I don't know. But I know I done worked on myself. I know I'm healing. And like I said, I am a 16-book published author. And yes, I am melanated. I am a licensed stylist. I am a licensed nail tech. I am also a YouTube content creator, a gardener, a mother, a close friend, and also a business owner of a natural skin and hair care business. And the reason why I say natural is because I've been using my product, my soap and my body butter and my oil for a little bit over about a year or so. And y'all watch where I cut my hair off and I grew it back with only using my products. So what I'm trying to say is, y'all stop paying for all this stuff that y'all think gonna grow y'all hair, and it ain't gonna grow y'all hair because y'all not eating right, you not living right, and you ain't doing right. So you might be a little bald head all your life because guess what? You don't know how to have a way about yourself to think for yourself and to understand that you are what you eat, you are what you do. So if you eat like shit, you full of shit. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Mom Dukes, deuces, I'm out of here.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stop.